So if you're coming to Thailand for the first time, or anywhere overseas for that matter, don't be me. Tempus TV squad, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm down here at my office, aka Jam Tien Beach, just on my way to grab a coffee real quick. But today, I wanted to break a few things down for you guys. Some mistakes that I made when I first got to Thailand. These could probably be applicable to any overseas travel for maybe your first time. Maybe you're planning on moving overseas for a little bit or taking like an extended vacation, something like that. But I definitely made a few mistakes when I first got here. I'm gonna break those down for you guys, tell you what they were, and teach you how to avoid them. Let's go. Now, of course, if you're traveling overseas for the first time, there's gonna be a few things that you can't really figure out until you get there. Everybody's different. You might wanna find a different vibe when you land. You might be looking for different things than everybody else, even me when you're watching these videos. But there are a few things that are gonna reign true for everybody, and there's a few ways you can go about these things to make your life a little bit easier when you land, make the integration a little bit more smooth. That way you can get here and start enjoying your time right away, instead of spending a week or two trying to get your bearings and trying to get your feet on the ground. Now, me, when I first got here, I was definitely on a pretty tight budget. Not saying that I'm not now, but I was definitely on a real one when I got here. So one of the big things when you land, obviously you're gonna need a cell phone, Google Maps, taxis, all that stuff. When I first got here, I knew that anything at the airport was definitely gonna be a premium just because of the convenience. So when I got here, I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait to get a SIM card, but I didn't do any research really. I didn't know you could just get them from 7-Eleven or how easy they were to get pretty much everywhere. So I left the airport without a SIM card, left Bangkok, came down to Pattaya. Luckily, I already had some stuff set up as far as taxis to get down here. But then I got down here, didn't have a cell phone, didn't have maps or anything like that. And it had been so long in the States since I didn't have all that stuff, you kind of take it for granted after a while. So the first few days I was here, I was kind of neglecting. I didn't really know where to go to get it, and the anxiety was kind of getting to me. But finally, went and got it set up, had maps, downloaded some apps and stuff to help me out. So I would definitely recommend get that sorted as soon as you get here. That way you just have your phone. In case anything happens, you have access to taxis no matter where you are. Definitely don't neglect on that one. Get that squared away as soon as you're here. And even if it's not from the airport, go hit up a 7-Eleven, run straight to the AIS store in the mall, terminal, anything like that, and get that set up as quick as you can. It is a warm one today. The past few days after the rain stopped have been super hot. Luckily, there's a really good breeze today. Kind of chills it out a little bit, but if you're planning on coming soon, just be ready for that. I mean, it's always hot compared to the States. It's Thailand, but it's warm. When I was getting ready to come to Thailand, to be honest, I really didn't do that much research. So I kind of looked around, see where I thought I wanted to stay, what part of Pattaya I wanted to be in. But when it comes to like food and, you know, a lot of the cultural stuff, I didn't really learn too much, which was kind of a bummer. Now, piggybacking off of that, one of the things that I definitely wish I would have looked into a little bit more was Thai food. Now, I'd obviously heard that Thai food was spicy, which is no big deal. I grew up on Mexican food, which is usually pretty spicy. So I knew I was gonna be ready for that. But I wish I would have done a little bit more research on things that I wanted to try and what I could kind of lean on if I wasn't really feeling like being too outgoing. I spent quite a bit of time here just kind of eating the same thing over and over before I really started to branch out and try new stuff. So I definitely recommend before you come, try to look up some dishes, really see what they're made of, what the flavors are, so then you can get here and you'll have like a list of things that you can go out and try and then start to compare them to different places that you go, price-wise and stuff, so then you can really get the full experience if Thai food is a big part of you wanting to come here. obviously, Thailand's a big place, and one thing that I notice with myself and when I see a lot of other people come here is when you pick where you want to stay. So say, okay, I figured out that I want to stay in Bangkok or I want to stay in Phuket. It can be really easy to kind of just end up staying hung up in those places, and all the different parts of Thailand are super different. So I definitely recommend when you get here, even if you've already settled in, you're saying, okay, I want to stay in Bangkok, definitely make an effort to get out and see as much as you can. Maybe even if you're not like an outdoorsy person, whatever, take a cruise, rent a bike, and go out and get out into the mix, get away from the city a little bit, and go out and try to really get a feel for how different all these places are. Pattaya is much different from Bangkok. Bangkok's much different from Phuket. All three of those are much different from Chiang Mai. So definitely make an effort, especially if you really haven't decided where you want to settle in yet. Go check those places out because you honestly might be surprised. I was for sure guilty of this. I know lots of my friends have. And it's super easy to fall into. So I'm guessing a big reason you want to come to Thailand is because your money's going to go a lot farther if you're coming from a Western country. Now, that is absolutely true, but don't get caught up in the mix. So when I first got here, you spend a lot of time comparing prices here to at home. And 99% of the time, whatever you're buying here is going to be cheaper than it was at home. But after you're here for a while, you start to notice that things are more expensive in certain places. Like if you're down here on the beach, for instance, you want to go get a pad thai. Down here, you could pay up to 120 baht for one. If you go 2 blocks that way, you pay 40 baht. So definitely make an effort to find the things that are Thailand cheap, not America cheap, not Europe cheap. It's really easy to be spending more money than you really need to. So if you're coming here, especially if you're on a budget, go out, get into the mix, find the local spots, and it'll save you a lot of cash. Just want to take a quick second to thank all the new viewers for the channel. Last month was amazing. It was our best month by far. Thank you to everybody who's been subscribed since the beginning. I see all your guys' comments. I recognize y'all's names, and I appreciate you showing up for every video. After checking our analytics, unfortunately, about 80% of the viewers are not subscribed. If there's something I can do to change your mind on that, let me know down in the comments. If you would like to see more from Thailand and stay updated, make sure you do that. Go down, drop a like, subscribe. That way you get updated every time I upload new content, and you might just learn something. Thank you. One thing that's definitely changed for me in the past couple months especially is the effort I put into making more Thai friends. Now when you come to Thailand, obviously if you're staying in Bangkok, especially here in Pattaya, Phuket, you're gonna run into a lot of other travelers, foreigners, expats, and it can be easy to kind of just hang out with the same people that you did at home. Now don't get me wrong, it's great to hang out with your American buddies because you guys have stuff to talk about. You want to talk about baseball, football, cars, whatever. But I feel like you start to get the real experience as soon as you start to make some Thai friends. They can show you around, they can get you into places that you might not have found on your own, and it will just make your experience a lot more immersive. So as soon as you get here, hop on the internet, Instagram, whatever you got to do, and do your best to make friends with some locals. They'll be able to show you the cool spots, the things that aren't on the top 10 to-do list wherever you are, and it will definitely change your whole idea of what Thailand's actually about. Now, probably my biggest mistake when I first got here, I've harped on it in quite a few videos, it's definitely accommodation. So when you get here, don't commit all your time to one spot. Even if you decided you only want to stay in Bangkok, you only want to stay in Pattaya, I always suggest book one place for maybe a week, explore, and then decide if that's actually where you want to stay. You might get there and realize the condo doesn't look like what it did online, or the price might not be what you thought, or you just want to be in a different part of town. Don't commit to one spot for too long. Book for a short amount of time. Get here, explore a little bit. You might even decide you want to be in a different city. I have had friends come to Pattaya, weren't crazy about it. Same with Bangkok, same as Phuket. You might change your mind, and it really sucks when you're locked into somewhere that you don't want to be anymore. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's videos. Hopefully I can answer some questions, maybe help you avoid some of the mistakes that I made, help you get your full experience, and help you really enjoy Thailand as soon as you land. Like we said earlier, if you'd like to see more from the channel, more from Thailand, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, like down below. YouTube will keep you updated every time I put out new content. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll catch you in the next one.